Look, I have lots of holes in my game. I'm not a team player. I show up late for practice.
Yes.
Right.
Yep.
I spell team with an I. Often.
Yes.
When I get flustered, I'm like
You're moody.
I'm worse than the guy Cat, the guy who's now in the Knicks.
Yeah.
Carl Anthony Thompson.
The Towns.
I
Not
can't get out of my own
Towns.
head. Towns. I can't get out of my own head.
You're distracting.
I'm a distraction.
You're distracted. You're on your phone.
Yes.
Noises come up during recording sessions.
Yes. But I think part of each
Hold on,
of
I'm
your
not done my list.
brilliance, each of your brilliance is to be able to tap into that in a way where I feel like I'm not being managed.
Yeah.
My brilliance is knowing you.
It's important. Wait.
That's
It's important that I don't feel like I'm being managed. Otherwise, I just don't like it.
Okay. So in other words, I'm a prima donna. In other words, you would like us to create diamonds out of the dog shit that you put down.
Dave with the suit, ice in his veins. Josh cracking jokes, never mundane. Omar wild card, twisting your brain. Together they roll, FTS the name. Life's petty props, kick to the curb. Dave got the logic, never disturbed. Josh with the punchline, sharp like a verb. Omar the eccentric, slick like an herb. Friends talking shop, never gonna stop.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to the FTS podcast, Friends Talking Shop. We're here to bring you episode 78.
78.
It feels like 77 was just yesterday. Was it just yesterday?
Unfortunately, it was not. We had another long slog between episodes, and we apologize to our listeners for that.
We're not like the reliable spouse, that's there for you. We're like the attractive person down at the end of the bar that just shows up, every once in a while in your life. It's a surprise. It's not all reliable. We're not one of those podcasts.
Right. But you're excited to see it and you go, "Oh, wow." And then you can't quit it. You can't quit it.
Yeah. That example doesn't apply to my life, but I'm just saying in general, that's
none of our lives.
Yeah. I'm your host, Dave. And looking forward to this episode. I think we've got lots to talk to you about, but we'll try to keep it under a regimented time amount that I've been told. So that's too much inside baseball.
That's a lot of information.
Yeah. All right. So I'm your host, Dave, and I'm joined by my two other hosts as usual. We've gotten together again. First is Josh. Josh, how you doing, man?
I am doing really well.
Josh, otherwise known as the worst. So when you ask Josh's childhood friends what his nickname was in high school, that's what they told me. His name was the worst.
And you talk to them?
One word. DAWOURST. The worst.
Wasn't it brat the worst? Because I ate a lot of bratwurst. No, it was just the worst.
Brat the worst.
Brat the worst. Anyway, thanks for that interjection. But I am doing well. Things have been exciting. We've so since the last time we spoke, there's a bunch of things that I want to tell you, but I'll save a couple of them. But this last weekend, the wife and I went down to visit our son at Maryland. There, Omar, in your neck of the woods.
Woo-hoo!
Yeah, and we went and did a tailgate. It was really cool. They were playing USC. We did a tailgate with his roommate's parents. Put together a whole spread, got the grill out. We were there at 10:30 in the morning for a 4:00 game. All his buddies, all his friends came down. It was a lot of fun. It was awesome. And
Did you know the other parents?
Are you a Terrapin fan more than a Vanderbilt fan, or is like?
I am equal fan of both. That's where my thought.
That's such a lame answer. I hate those
It's
answers.
not.
Look, I don't mind you not having like a favorite child. I get it. That's fine. Maybe that changes from time to time. But take a goddamn stand on this. David, don't you agree?
Yeah, you got to have one that's got to be a little bit more.
You got to have one. Which one is
All right,
it?
here's what I'll say. Right now, I lean for Vanderbilt football and Maryland basketball. Is that fair? Is that what you want to hear? I chose something.
I accept that.
Thank you.
Okay. David accepts it. He's the arbiter here.
He accepts it. But we went for go ahead, Dave.
I want to know, did you spent like a long time with these roommates' parents?
Yes.
Was that okay? That seems like a long time to spend.
He was buddies with him freshman year, and so we had met them freshman year at family weekend.
Okay.
We really like them, and we met them obviously again when we moved them in. So we spent some time with them. We had dinner with them. They're great. They're fantastic. And he's got
Nice.
two
So it's a
roommates.
low risk.
Yeah, it was definitely low risk. Absolutely. They're
Okay.
great people.
Yeah.
And funny enough, they're both Vanderbilt alums. So we were talking Vanderbilt football quite a bit at the Maryland football tailgate.
Nice.
But we had the cornhole going. Bags, Dave. I know cornhole makes you laugh. We had cornhole
this
going.
Like such Josh's like thing. Cornhole.
It's awesome. It was great. But you were
born to be a dad, like a dad. Very proactive.
I will say this. This is a really good stage of fatherhood. You know, I know that they're out of the house and, you know, they're not here with us every day, but it's a really nice stage. We talk to them as I've told you guys, we talk to them every day, and it's just fun to go visit them. So, and they don't shy away from us, which is nice. So they want us involved. And so to party with their friends out in the parking lot was just awesome. And then went and saw the game. And I had a first time doing this. I don't know if you saw the game, Omar. You're an alum, so maybe you do keep track. But they came from behind in dramatic fashion, down 2 touchdowns in the fourth quarter, and won by 1. And we stormed the field. It was my first time ever storming a field, and it was awesome. It was so much fun. And
you know what I'm thinking about right now?
The students,
when he says, Dave, when he says that, what I'm thinking about? I'm thinking about that scene from Major League. Remember?
What, Steve?
In the movie Major League, the same like fat white dude comes down the stairs 3 times in a row. It was like a missed shot in that movie, and like for some reason that's where my head's going. It's like it's really funny. Yeah, that's weird. Josh, did you break any laws, Josh? Were you breaking laws right now?
No. The students started to go, and I said to my wife, "We got to storm the field," and she looked at me like,
"How do you know?" Wait, David.
Yeah.
How do you know that it wasn't an anti-Israel thing?
What? They just won a football game.
Kidding.
Jackass.
Who knows nowadays? Anytime you're around a bunch of people, it could be
There's
like
a lot
taken
of that
by
in
one
college.
person. All of a sudden, it's in the news. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's just crazy.
It is crazy. But anyway,
listen,
it was awesome.
There were good people on both sides. It's okay.
On both sides. But it was fun. That's the first time I've ever done that. It was always like a little dream to storm the field for a big win. But that was cool. And so we have decided, my wife and I, we are going to roll the dice and double down. And now we've just booked a trip to Nashville to see Vanderbilt play Texas this Saturday. And if they win that one, they're definitely going to storm the field. So I don't know too many people who can say they've stormed the field 2 weekends in a row. Now, that's not happened yet, and it's a long shot, but that would be something pretty awesome. It's possible. It'd be pretty cool.
Yep. Now, did your wife run with you onto the field? Was there any hesitation?
So I ran onto the field when I told her, let's storm the field, and she reluctantly agreed. And then I was on the field. Then I looked back and went, where's my wife? She was still coming down the stairs. I was so far ahead of her. Because you got to hop the kind of like a bar to get actually onto the field. So I went back for her when I realized she wasn't right behind me, and got her over the bar down on the field, and we went into the middle. It was awesome. We even found my son and his buddies.
So what do you do? You jump up and down?
Basically, and all the players were there, and they were taking selfies with all the students. It was really cool, and so everyone's slapping 5 and jumping up and down, and then I yelled, "Let's get the goalpost!" But no one did.
I would love to be able to interview one of Josh's kids.
I know.
You can interview one of my kids. Yeah,
I think that could be a very interesting thing.
We can certainly set that up. They would love to be. My daughter would love to be on the show.
Josh, I think you are a vastly undercovered father. I think you have moments of brilliance with your family that if we had on some type of a reality show or something that's a hybrid, could be really engaging because you're very funny.
Oh.
Hey, remember that thing Josh did when he had those camcorder when he scares kids?
Yeah,
it was
like a montage.
It was my son. Yeah, it was my son. So what Omar's talking about is for a period of about 2 years, 3 years, when my son was God, I don't know how old he was. 8, 9. Well, actually, it was longer than that. I just started recording, scaring the shit out of him at weird moments. And I had like 30 or 40 scares, and I put them all in a montage. And yeah, it was great.
Yeah, I don't know how you did it, why he's not hating you, but
yeah,
it's
a gentle touch that you got to do. You can't just, it's a certain scare where they don't hate you afterwards.
Well, Josh, do you know what the fine is for when you storm a field?
It's nothing for me, which I learned. I pay 0, but I'm sure the university is going to pay something.
I looked it up in the SEC. So if this happens in Vanderbilt, it's $100,000 the first time, $250,000 the second, $500,000 for the third.
Yeah,
so
because they've already stormed it once this year. They got fined $100,000. They did get fined $100,000 for that. I don't know what the Big Ten rule is, but yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what Big Ten rule is.
But listen,
Josh,
they made it. They made it back. Hold on, they made it back when they took the goalpost down. The students took the goalpost down in Nashville, walked it 2 miles down Broadway, and dumped it in the Cumberland River.
Song? Were they singing a song? Like when they were carrying this?
No,
what were they singing?
They were literally. First of all, I don't even know how logistically they got the field goal post out of the stadium. I don't even know how that happened.
Yeah.
But they did.
That's the craziest.
Crazy. And then they dumped them in the Cumberland River. Then the firefighters took it out of the Cumberland River, returned it to Vanderbilt. Vanderbilt then chopped it up into 4-inch and 8-inch pieces and then auctioned them off to pay for the fine. It's crazy.
Great idea.
Wow.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
That's why they're Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
Like, that's impressive.
There you go.
Josh,
guess
can I
what?
ask you a question?
Yeah, please.
So I've really only ever seen you happy once in my life, right? Besides when Dave got in trouble for that. Yeah. So no, in terms of like exuberating, like what's the word? Ebullient. Do you know what ebullient means, David?
Yes, you saw.
Yes, I do.
I don't think you're pronouncing it correctly, but I know what you mean.
I know where you're going.
Ebullient. It's overflowing with wrought with. You know what wrought means?
Yes.
W-R.
Yes.
So wrought with emotion was when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. So how does that level of happiness, Josh, compare to when Vanderbilt upset Alabama?
That was amazing, but there's nothing compares to when the Eagles won the Super Bowl.
You were numb when the Eagles won, right?
I was in such shock and disbelief, and I couldn't process it mentally that it was actually happening, that it actually did happen. It was absolutely crazy. And I was there, and that's what made it even more crazy. And it was nuts. That whole thing was nuts, and I'll never forget it. So I've never had a feeling, to answer your question, never had a feeling like that before.
He seems pretty happy a lot, Omar. I think you're not paying attention.
I am happy a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, ebullient.
Yeah. He's talking about just being ebullient.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe you're less ebullient.
This is the same guy who made fun of me for saying a foot and remiss, if we remember past ebullient. Yet he's coming up with wrought and ebullient.
I don't know. I mean, David. Okay, Josh. When have you ever seen David?
Yeah,
ebullient.
So I was with him when the Packers won the Super Bowl.
Correct. That is right. I was going to say that is,
that was in Arizona. We weren't at the game, but we were in Arizona for a work event, and we went out that night to a really cool place where it was nothing but Super Bowl watching festivities, and they had big giant screens where they projected the game on, and Dave was happy as a pig and shit when they won.
So, Josh, are you done giving your update?
I've been done.
Omar, how are you
guys been asking me questions? I've been done.
So no. Because I want to talk about something, and basically, I'll keep.
Well, how are you doing?
Thing. No, I'm good. Something happened last night, and
just put some ointment on it.
I haven't really been dating for a while because I've been so obsessed with this nonsense that's taken over my life. Anyway, last night this girl goes to me. She goes, "There's no way that you don't have women in other cities who you date. There's no way. I just don't believe whatever you say to me. You're so charming and handsome and kind. I'm just saying to you that I'm willing. Listen to me. Wait a second. She said to me, I'm willing to date you and you can keep all of them. I just think you're that amazing." And
where did you buy this robot?
All I did was
under 60.
All I did was send her an Uber gift card. You know what I mean?
Was her name Siri?
No.
What do you mean
Anyway.
you sent her an Uber gift card? What does that mean?
Well, I don't want to listen. If I'm meeting somebody for a drink or dinner, I don't like driving in Puerto Rico if I can avoid it.
Okay.
So rather than pick up the girl, I sent her an Uber gift card. I don't want to have to call the Uber myself. They're gonna call me. I don't speak fucking Spanish. The whole fucking thing, right? And so the person has their own Uber. They can put it on their Uber account. And they can call their own Uber. Maybe at the restaurant.
You meet them at the place. Yep. Why don't you just take is it too much of a pain in the ass for you to take an Uber to them and then to the place?
No, yeah, correct. I don't understand.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you're very charming.
No way. Is the Uber home or the Uber there or both?
Both.
You're sending the Uber card ahead of time.
No, I'm sending them an Uber gift card. An Uber gift
card.
Yeah, no, right.
So they have their
How much is the gift card for?
$100 gift card.
And you send it before the date starts.
Gift card. Yeah. $100 gift card before the date starts. That's a lot of Ubers.
Listen, I'm a generous guy. What do you want from me? So this is why she maybe said that to me. I don't know.
Yeah, she wants the gift cards to keep rolling.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Well, don't they all?
So if you
what was that? What's that phrase that David had? She's sassy just enough.
She's racy. She's just racy, just fine. She's just racy, just fine. So let me ask you something. So if you have multiple dates, she should be tapping that Uber gift card, right, in order to meet you wherever you are.
No problem doing that. Who cares?
What do you mean doing that? I'm saying that's the idea. The idea is you give a $100 gift card, and you're anticipating more than one date.
No.
Yes.
There's no. I don't want. What is this? A contract? This isn't like some form of like soft prostitution, right?
No. What I'm
it's
saying,
just doing something because I want to be generous, and she should have her she wants.
Okay.
So you would like question.
You would like to buy her affection immediately before you start talking to her.
No, I'm minimizing my headache and having to worry about.
But you don't care about. Right, but you don't need a $100 Uber gift card to meet for one date. Maybe $30.
No, that's the thing. The upside ball, if you will, in these things and benefits vastly exceeds the downside. For $70, what's the difference?
Yeah,
all right.
I think
that's what I'm asking.
That I'm probably going to be the most kind, generous person they've ever met in their lives. Right? Decent. Why not just lead with that?
Yeah.
But that's a great question. Yeah. So if the second date happens, are you sending another gift card? Or are you expecting her to take that gift card down to zero?
She has a balance.
No, not for the second date.
Yeah, she's a balance.
Wait. What that second date? You don't. You
maybe.
Oh, okay,
sure.
So you give it some time. You'll buy a second gift card, but you don't do it every day.
And eventually she'll learn that Omar doesn't want to do anything for her except give a gift card that will get her everything she needs. That's not from him.
Once again, though, I feel like Omar is way ahead of that is
brilliant.
A way to put the date on a good.
Yeah, it does. It's really smart. It's really smart. If you can, you can pull that off and afford it, $100 a pop.
Well, you got to afford it.
You got to afford it.
You're also saying look, I got a lot of money without, by only
without
$100 because that's a subtle way of saying what 130, 70, 100 doesn't matter.
Look
what
at you.
Brilliant move that is again.
It's actually pretty damn smart. I got to give you credit, Omar. I thought,
there is pockets of idiocy. Big pockets of idiocy with me. Okay? The key
that's
thing
an understatement.
That you guys have given me something that's very precious, and you should not give to very many people. An accuracy budget.
100%. Right? Yeah, we don't pull punches.
If I do make wrong decisions.
Right. Like your hair, like not washing your hair for 3 weeks.
Right.
Yeah. We were very straight up and told you that was disgusting. And you changed your ways. You wash your hair now.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna wash actually maybe tonight.
Well, I don't need to know the schedule.
Anyway,
when was the last time,
guys? Let's hold on. Let me just cut to the chase. All right. So I think we should restructure our pod. I can talk about it now, or it can be my topic. Okay.
Well, I just have one more question on this gift card because I don't want to give this up.
No, don't.
Say this is a professional woman, not a
prostitute,
professional one, but is there a level where that's kind of offensive? Like, I can afford my own Ubers. Like, are you worried about
No.
that, or is that also an eliminating factor?
It's only I think a problem if, in this instance, I'm expecting a certain level of whatever, including, by the way, them actually showing up for the date.
Well,
right?
It
like,
could be.
Yeah. Purely from the position of, this is me being kind. I don't expect anything in return, type of thing.
No, but she doesn't know that.
Now, yeah. So let me make sure I get this, because there could be an angle where she gets that and is like, oh my God, this guy doesn't want to pick me up. What an asshole. He's not even going to pick me up for this date. Because back when I dated and Dave dated centuries ago, there was no Uber. So you always picked up your date. You didn't meet them at the place.
Yeah.
You picked them up.
Yep.
Right? And then you went to dinner, you went to the movies, you went to bowling, we went to whatever.
That was before online.
It's all before all this whole. Yeah.
But my thought is that somebody gets it like, he sent me a gift card. Like, that's pretentious almost in a way. But then almost that's a screening factor too. If someone looked at that and said, this is pretentious, Omar wants the person who goes, this is the nicest thing that's ever happened to me.
That's
so
right.
It's actually a screening device as well. It's so brilliant.
You know what? That's another level I didn't even think of. That's really smart. I bet you Omar didn't think of that either.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it for like a control thing or a whatever thing or whatever else thing. You know what I mean?
Well,
I don't know.
No,
I
don't
you
think
don't know
am.
you're doing it.
Are you doing it strictly out of laziness?
You mean versus me actually wanting to drive and pick them up? That's certainly part of it.
So there's So let me break this down for you. Ready?
Yeah.
There's convenience. There's laziness. There is showboating. Let's call it showboating.
Right.
And then let's also say it's generosity. Those four things. What's the percentage of each of those that this move is? Omar.
Wait, laziness, generosity. What were the other two?
Convenience,
Showboat.
laziness, generosity, showboating.
It's zero showboating.
Wow, zero showboating. Okay, so what's the breakdown between the other three?
I don't know. I think that laziness and convenience are somewhat over. There's somewhat of an overlap there. So it's probably
so combine them. So
50 for laziness and convenience together, and 50% for generous, I guess. Actually, you know what? No, it's probably 80% laziness and convenience. 20%.
Now we got there. That's where I wanted to go. That's the exit I thought we were getting off at. That was it.
It's got layers to it. There are more layers.
Listen, but Dave, these are unintentional layers that you just discovered and unearthed that are brilliant.
You did unearth that. That was pretty interesting, Josh. I never thought about it on that level before.
Let me reenact the MO. I'm going to be Omar here in my reenactment. I got a date. I don't really feel like coming together. Well, how can I do this? You know what? I'll just send her an Uber, the Uber gift card. Then she can get there, and then blah blah blah. That's really the thought process. It wasn't like, if I send her an Uber, she's gonna think I'm really generous. She's gonna really respect that move. And no, there was none of that thought. It was, I don't feel like getting her. Here's an Uber gift card because I'm a generous dude. Boom.
I disagree.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah, he's disagreeing with you, Dave. He's the one who did it.
Yeah, but listen to my argument. In the frontal cortex, or what he's really thinking about is what you just said. But deep within, he wants a certain kind of date, and he knows if I send that gift card and she appreciates it,
you are giving him way too much credit. I
think it's way
in the frontal lobe. You're right. In the back lobe, it's cartoon theme songs.
It's anime.
It's anime.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
right. Yeah, you're giving.
I like to read into Omar's deep secrets. So,
how are you doing, Dave? What's going on with you?
I'm good. I'm not. Well, I'm up and down, really. Lots, very busy, but I do have one cool thing that happened in my life. Is I have another podcast. I'm cheating on you guys with another podcast. I do.
But you were dating them first. You were dating that podcast first. Yes.
But then we got an offer to do a radio spot up in northern Wisconsin.
Are you serious?
So, yes. So every Tuesday morning for about 10, 15 minutes, I call into a radio show up in northern Wisconsin, and we do a thing called Packer Ponderings.
That's really cool.
Isn't that awesome? I was like,
that's really neat.
Like,
that's amazing.
Podcasts, I'm on the radio.
And that's all because they heard your podcast.
Yeah, I think it's indirect.
Is it like Comic-Con?
Comic-Con? What are you talking about?
Yeah, a bunch of fans come, people who are like podcast groupies.
Well, there is a fairly developed amateur podcast Packer group that I've not
Josh,
spent
why
time
are
with.
you jumping all over me, Josh?
I didn't understand the analogy. I didn't get it.
Oh, David, go on. Tell us more about this.
Yeah.
Well, you asked if there's like amateur podcasts, and there are, but there were no groupies. But
were there any like women scantily dressed trying to get more attention?
I'm not showing up. I'm not doing appearances.
He's not going. He's calling into the radio show.
I call my cell phone and I talk about the Packers for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But I have to tell you, like, I can do this podcast stuff all day long. When you call in on a radio show, my first comment must have sounded like the most robotic answer. I was so uncomfortable. It was so weird. It was like I'm just talking to someone just like this. Or
did you have it? Did you have it scripted, like what you were going to say, or you just winged it?
Winged it, of course. I mean, it's about the Packers.
All right. So I bet you it sounded less robotic than you think.
You're a good winger, David.
I think so. So we kept it up. They've kept going. So every week we do a Packer Ponderings up. So somewhere in northern Wisconsin, there are someone who's going to be like, "Hey, it's time for Packer Ponderings with Chris and Dave." I say our last names. I thought someone who might be listening to the radio might hear that, and I thought, isn't that crazy?
Yes,
so,
of course. Awesome. Now let me ask you: do you know anything about the radio station you were on?
I do not.
Okay, so it's not.
I did look it up, but I don't recall.
Josh, can we do like a little Bloomberg session on this? Why do you think the radio station is doing this?
Well, it's clearly not for ratings. It might be like the producers. You ever see the producers?
No.
So you never saw the producers, Dave?
The show?
Yeah.
Oh, by the way,
in the producers, hold on, it's not about the Holocaust. In the producers, basically, they decide to have this scam where they want to create the worst Broadway show imaginable so they can just collect all the money from all the donors for the show. All the backers, financial backers, and then it flops.
The most offensive,
and then they get to keep the money. So, in other words, this radio station has decided we want off the air. Let's call up these guys and get them on.
Major League.
And sabotage it. Yes, that was a long-winded analogy for the producers.
But part of there was a Holocaust part of that, right?
There's a Hitler part. It's a Hitler. So the show they put on is called something like springtime for Hitler, something like that, because they want to make it so offensive and awful. Yes, right. And it ends up hitting. It ends up being a hit.
Let's kick off the podcast. We're supposed to be tight.
Yes,
tight, guys.
Keeping it tight.
So let's see. I'm your host, Dave. It's Josh. It's Omar. Okay, so we'd love for you to
do like the background of the show and stuff. You haven't done that, did you?
He's doing it right now, Omar.
Really quick right now.
Jeez.
So here's our podcast. We're going to start off. What we do each week is we come together. We each have a topic. It sounds like something we just did, but actually we haven't started yet. We're each going to talk about a topic that we have not talked about ahead of time, and we will discuss it and hopefully wrap up in a tidy amount of time. But before I jump into all of that and kick this off, we'd love for you to connect with us. We can email us at friends@fts.media. That's friends@fts.media is our email address. That is a real email address.
It's real.
We have an a website, friendstalkingshop.weebly.com. And then you can connect with us at YouTube, Instagram, or TikTok, all at Friends Talking Shop, or search Friends Talking Shop. You'll find us. Lots going on Instagram and TikTok as usual.
Yes.
Love for you to connect us there. I think Josh said we have like 850,000 followers.
No. 8,500. 850,000 would be insane.
Oh,
maybe one day, but we're growing. Our audience is growing.
It's not for lack of effort, that's for sure.
No,
so
that's true. That's very true.
All right, so let's kick off the show That was just some movies, like it's 10 minutes and then they show like the title of the movie, but it's like you're way in. That's
yes.
I'm going to annex.
That is what we do. That's a good analogy.
I'm going to annex the show right at this moment.
All right.
You guys ready?
I was going to throw it to you anyway, but go ahead.
You're going to annex it, or you're going to...
You know what annex means, Josh?
I'm aware with it. I know what annex means, but I don't think you're using it right.
I'm taking over this part of the show.
Right. That's not really annexing. You're commandeering is what you're doing. I'm going to commandeer the show or hijack the show, which is what you do quite often.
All right, ready? David?
Yeah, go ahead.
First of all, you're welcome for what's about to transpire.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
So here's what I'd say to you guys. We owe our community the best that we can do, right?
Sure.
I think that I have a proposal to redo our format of our show, and I wanted to get your thoughts on it. Okay. First of all, let me say
you're just gonna pitch this to us,
please.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. I just want to make sure I'm hearing
this right. Say how lucky you and Dave are to have a brilliant, funny, charming, and effectively a polymath like me in your lives. Not only do I bring creativity and wild stories to the table, but like I'm also modest, right? And so let's really try and again tap into this, right?
Did you make love to a thesaurus this weekend?
I finished.
Yeah.
We have our catch-up segments at every show, right? And then we discuss a topic, right? I'm saying to us, let's flip that a little bit or tweak it for the second half of our show. Rather than do what we traditionally do where we each have a story, let's do we're going to call it the Freelander. As in Jonah Freelander.
The comedian from 30 Rock, Judah Freelander.
Correct.
I don't understand that reference.
He played a writer in 30 Rock, in the writer's room.
Right.
Okay.
And part of the writer's room concept I want to internalize here, which is this. Okay. Each of us will come prepared with our own topic, so to speak. Like nothing that changed, but it's an outline of the topic, right? Give me more than one each, but let's say one each. And then basically what we do is we each pitch the outline of our thing to each other. The three of us do it. And then if we say, hey, listen, after that's done, we vote on which one we want to make as the main discussion. I think it's an interesting way of like having some more collaboration with the three of us around the second half of the show.
So instead of just each of us doing our topic, you'd like each of us to do our topic twice.
No.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
I'm talking about like a 1 to 2 minute outline of your topic.
The problem with that is sometimes our topics are stories. And sometimes our topics are, this happened to me. But it's hard to do an outline on something like this happened to me without going into detail.
My topic is my outing with my buddies is an annual trip and something weird happened, right? You could just leave it at that.
Oh, I see what you're saying. But we're okay. I don't like this idea.
You don't like it? Okay.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Look, why don't we just try it once, see how it goes? What's the worst that can happen?
Listen, how are you going to feel after 4 episodes when we never do your topic? That's going to hurt.
I'll feel like Larry David in SNL.
Yeah, that's right. They never did his.
Pretty good, right, Josh?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
So our listeners know Larry David worked for SNL and he quit because they never put his stuff on. And he came back the next day and acted like he never quit.
Just like in Seinfeld. Just like the episode of Seinfeld. Yes, that's correct.
Is that true story? I didn't know that either.
That's where that came from. Yeah.
Look, by the way, I don't give a fuck if my topics picked. Why? Because I love to pick on your topics. I get just as much enjoyment out of that. It's like ordering. It's like sending you an Uber gift card. I don't have to tell my story. Even better.
Yeah. What? Okay.
Look,
dude, I don't like this. I don't like this topic at all.
Locking in, Joshua, we're not locking into anything here. I'm just saying.
I hear you.
We should experiment with a different concept. Maybe we take acid one time when we do a show.
No.
Right?
No. We're not dropping acid before a show.
What if you don't know that you're on it? Although I don't know how to get that. Yeah, that may not work.
Yeah, that'd be a trick. Well, we can give it a try. I think we're up for.
Yeah, I suppose, but
78 episodes.
It sounds to me like we're talking about our topics twice each. That's what it sounds like to me.
I don't know. It could be like, hey, listen, I'll give you an example. Ready? So this is what I was going to say to you. All right. So my thing is this. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
And this gives me my topic, which is this. You go to an event, finger foods come out. It's fucking Vietnam. I freak the fuck out. You want to know why I freak out? Because people are eating those aforementioned finger foods.
Yeah.
The breath is horrible. The conversations are rampant everywhere. It's different peanut butter, right? Like shrimp breath coming at you at different directions, people talking to you. I want to create a brand that we effectively give finger foods where your breath doesn't smell bad.
So you want everything to have retsin in it.
What's that?
You want shrimp. You want shrimp. That topic sucks. You want shrimp cocktail.
Josh, what's your topic? Let's try it. Let's do it right now. Josh, what's
his topic is done. His topic is let me bore the audience with.
Josh, give us an outline of your topic. Outline, Josh. Just do a 2-minute outline.
Of my topic tonight,
David.
Yep.
My topic tonight, I'm going to put it real short and simple. These are wildly popular things that I hate.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
My topic is I have a question. Am I obligated to have someone over at my house who has a service animal?
See, but now here's the problem. Where do we? It's so much better. It's so much better when we just go and you say, "What's your topic?" and then you start with that because I'm intrigued by that. But now if we go to a different topic, we got to come back to that.
Look, I like David's and mine, and then yours last, Josh.
Yours sucks.
Seriously. No, it's nothing to do with my feelings about Josh's lack of whatever. Josh, who's do you like most?
I like Dave's the most.
There.
Yours is awful. You want to make spearmint shrimp and peppermint mozzie sticks.
And Dave, what do you think? What's yours? What's your?
Yeah, I like mine this week. I want to go through.
So let's go with Dave.
This is the worst idea. Yeah, fine. But you already let off. You're done. You know that, right? We're not going back to your stupid appetizer crap.
Wait, so which one gets bumped? Is that what we're saying?
Yes, because he's already done a topic, and his topic was, let me restructure our podcast. Look,
if this
was your topic.
allows us to vibe with this approach, and I'll do anything, man. Josh, I'm not about my ego. I'm about trying to make this the best product.
Okay, Kettle.
I think that's racist. That's racist, by the way. That's racist.
It was not racist whatsoever. It was not racist.
Oh, man. I'll go with mine. So, I want to be sensitive, but I think it's a good bigger picture question that I honestly want to ask because I want to understand what's the societal's response to this question. So, every week we have a group of people over to our house. It's a group from our church, and we get together, and right. I don't have to go into all that, but we do that. One person in particular has.
Are they freak offs? Is it freak offs?
Yes, that's exactly what it is.
Omar, Dave's having freak offs at his house.
Do you know if you see a sign of an upside down pineapple in a window? Are you all aware what that is?
No idea.
Do you know what that is, Omar?
Does that mean you're out of pineapples?
Does it mean that you lost, like someone got killed, that a friend of yours got killed or something?
No,
that means teardrop. That's the teardrop tattoo. I get mixed
teardrop
up with
tattoo.
Yeah.
If
that means you murdered someone.
No, it means you're a swingers.
An upside down pineapple?
Yep.
Never heard of that.
Really? I don't know why I have heard that, but I have heard that. I don't have it in my window. Don't ask that question. But anyway. I don't know where.
Let's go back. Go back to your freak off. You're at a freak off.
Okay. Oh, that's where the freak off came in. Yeah. Anyway, so we have people over at our house, and one person in particular had asked, "Listen, I would like to bring my service dog with me to your house." The dog is like a large German Shepherd, right? It's not a small dog. It's a big dog.
Yeah.
And look, my daughter lives with us. She has a cat, and I'm sure it's very well behaved and it's well trained. And he said, obviously we pay attention to it. But I think my daughter would rather not have a dog in the house with a cat. And
correct.
And it's just it's I don't know. It's a little bit of an unknown that I just feel like. And he asked, and so my answer was, I would prefer that you don't.
Oh, you said that. You said that.
I did.
Interesting. And what was the response to that? What was the response?
Was it email or a phone call or in person?
Text.
And he did not show up to the freak off because you said, I prefer you not bring your service animal.
Yeah,
So
I said,
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
No, you
Right.
want to know why? Because the guy thought because it was a freak off that he was going to Dave's house to get serviced, right? And he got that mixed up maybe with bringing a service dog. Is that what happened?
Yeah. Did I misunderstand his text? Maybe
it's sometimes semantics are just they get the best of you. Let me ask you a couple questions.
Outside of this particular question, but let's say with anybody, like you invite some people over and they're like, look, by the way, I have a service dog, and say it's a Great Dane.
No.
Like it's a huge dog, German Shepherd or something.
I don't care if it's a Chihuahua. Unless you keep it in your purse like Paris Hilton, I don't want it around.
Is that right? That's how your answer?
100%. So I have a couple questions. Okay.
All right. I don't want to get into details about this person's life.
We don't have to go into details. Have you seen this person in other forums outside your home?
Yeah.
Okay. Did they have their service dog with them?
I have seen,
At every occasion?
No. I don't know about that.
Can I ask you, wait, can I ask another question? Is it like a Chachi boy
He's not done answering my question.
Okay.
I don't know how to answer yours, Omar, but I'll come back to it. When I've seen him, he's not had a service animal with him before. So
you have seen him in places where he's been there fraternizing without his service dog.
Yeah, but I don't want to make the assumption that my point isn't he doesn't need the dog.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. What that tells me is
he doesn't need
that
a dog.
he can do it. He can do it.
Yeah. It's quite obnoxious, especially on text.
It's doable. I think it's quite.
This guy's a bully. He's the kind of guy who gets too drunk on an airplane.
No,
I think
he's not a bully. No,
no.
It's a little bit. I find it very.
Hold on a second. Is there a chance this guy's going to listen to the show?
Well, that's what I was worried about. So I didn't want to get into specific. But no, I don't think so.
Well,
but
specific. I think if they are, whoever else is involved in this supposed church group swingers thing, freak things.
Yeah, there's only so many people.
They're all going to know who
Dave
it is.
Freak off.
Well,
you know what?
No,
you
I
should
think
have done
that's
this show, Josh. You should have done the show with like a mask on or one of those voices, whatever.
Yes.
So we wouldn't know it was Dave.
But that's not my question. Is more like, let's say it's somebody that you know that has always had a dog. Like they need the dog. Like it serves part of their life, and now that you have a party and they're invited, and they're like, well, that means, Spot needs to come with me.
Here's what I'd say: if it is someone that I know very well, that I've socialized with, hold on. That I've socialized with on many occasions, and that has the service dog with them, with that stupid service dog smock that they wear, and holding the leash at all times. And they want to come, and I know the dog is very well behaved and really doesn't do anything. Yes, then I'd probably say, all right, if you have to bring it, fine. But if we're talking about a looser relationship, an acquaintance, or a very borderline acquaintance friend type relationship, and it's a dog I'm not familiar with, no, that's not acceptable. And in fact, I find it a little rude that they even ask that question.
I think it's especially in today's society where so many people have service dogs that really aren't service dogs. Right?
Well, that's true. That's true.
The fact that he wouldn't be sensitive to that. Well, Chachi Boy is fair. I mean, it depends on the perspective, but some people would say he's not technically a service dog.
Well, yes, he's not, and you label him a service dog.
Yes,
you do. Yeah,
you do, and you take him to places as a service dog.
But I don't take him with me to restaurants. Nor do I. If I take him to someone's house I don't know, I would never ever do that. Especially not.
Right. Oh, that's a good question.
Because you know better.
Never do that in any capacity.
Know better. Right.
It's ridiculous. I mean, if I bring Miles over to like one of my friends' homes, I'm not going to say, hey, can I bring my service dog? Because they all know he's not a service dog. It's preposterous. Right?
In this case, it might be a service dog. In this case, it might be a legitimate service dog.
He's without the dog. Maybe, so he's clearly able to handle social situations and that anxiety without the dog.
He can.
Like, what service is the dog? Is a guy, wait a second, interesting. Maybe the guy all of a sudden became blind after you last saw him. And the service dog
he's not blind.
Maybe it's
he's
a
not
guide
blind.
dog.
No,
Is he not blind?
He's not blind.
It's not a seeing eye dog. No.
Maybe.
Wait a second, Joshua. Maybe he's been diagnosed with having epilepsy, and it's a seizure dog who reminds him to
he
has symptoms.
He would say that.
Medication.
He would say that.
Maybe he's the
well, say that is true. Say that is true. It is a dog that helps you with seizures, what have you. You've invited some people over; they're included, and they're like, "Just remember, I got to bring, my dog with me." But you're like, "Oh my gosh, that isn't super convenient." Is it like too bad? If you invited them,
the community. I think you asked the community as well what they think. I'm probably the
no.
What do you mean?
We are the community, Omar. We're the community. Here's the deal. I'm going to give him credit, by the way, that he didn't just show up with the dog.
Correct.
If he shows up with the dog unannounced, I'm sorry, without asking first, you're almost obliged to let him in. You're not going to turn him away at the door. I'm going to give him a little bit of credit that he said, you know what, I probably should ask first. But it's a little bit of audacity to really need to bring your service dog to a place, by the way, with people he knows. He knows all the people there, right?
He does, but I wasn't questioning so much the need. I was just like, let's just assume the need's there. It creates an interesting question of, look, it's my house. It's not super convenient to have a dog in the house.
No.
Yeah, if someone needs a dog to sort of, how does society deal with that issue? Is it better to say, look, I guess you can't come over, or do you have to suck it up and
let me go right back to my invention I had a few episodes ago with my robot dog that looks like a real dog. This would be a perfect opportunity where no one would say no because the dog doesn't go to the bathroom or bark or bite or anything. It's a robot dog.
Yep, you're exactly right. I forgot about that.
That's a win-win. You're fine because that dog is, he's not going to do anything. It's under programming. And then he's good because he has his robot dog with him.
Yeah.
Boom. Win-win. But no, I would not want a service dog in my house to answer your question.
So Omar, if you want it, you don't ask people if you can bring Miles. It's either.
I mean, I would never bring Miles over to someone else's home who I didn't know in any capacity.
Of course not.
That's if I did, I would make sure that it would be if I didn't know them. If they're having a barbecue and like is it dog friendly, and I would ask. But I would never use it under I would never use it under the whole construct of a service dog. I think it's like that's like saying it
might have been his first freak off and he had anxiety about it.
You can't use that word. It's lost all credibility. It's like I don't know, media or a politician. Like you can't use that word.
Here's what I think you should do, Dave. If he brings the dog over, right?
Yeah.
Then when he hosts next, you bring your service chimpanzee over and see how much he likes that.
Throws its crap around the house.
Throws in its feces at the walls. Hey, I need it. I need this service chimp, or I can't function in society.
Yeah, the service animal idea is hard to kind of reconcile with because I feel like. Would I like to have a dog with me? Does it make me feel better? Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm an old school, right? To think like, if you have it tough, you should suck it up a little bit, probably more than.
Or you just can't have it everywhere. So, pick your spots where you're allowed to have your service dog. And if you're not comfortable without it, then you have to forego that experience.
All right. Well,
that's simple.
Go ahead, Omar.
Like, is this guy, so you're going to see this guy again. And what if he sees you in a social situation and isn't with his dog?
Oh, yeah.
This guy loses all credibility with you.
This is a Larry David moment. Larry David would go up to the guy and go, I noticed that you don't have your service dog here.
Right.
But you wanted to bring it. Why don't you need it here, but you need it there?
Yep.
It did feel like that kind of what do I do now?
That's a great Curb episode right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Great Curb episode.
I agree.
So I guess our answer is you're not obligated.
You played it right. I think you played it right.
All right.
And don't even blame it on him. Just be like, look, I have a cat here and my wife doesn't like the shedding of hair. And so, it's not something we prefer.
That's kind of what I said. It wasn't like I don't want a dog in my house.
Yeah.
It was we have
Yeah.
I've got two things to weigh. There's concerns at my house. There's concerns with you, and I'm putting that priority over it. So,
That's right. You played it right.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good. I'm glad to hear that. Well, Josh, do you want to talk about your topic?
Yeah, I do.
You got 2
Well,
minutes.
look,
Yeah,
I think
that's fine. I'm going to run through these
this
anyway.
guy, just to be clear now, I think this guy, if you see him again, he's not with a dog. You need to get to the bottom. Josh, can we give him some homework on this?
What's the homework?
I want to hear an update on when David sees him again. The guy's not with his dog.
Yes, of course. Yeah, we want follow up on this.
All right.
What's the response?
Thank you.
What's
Thank you.
We'll probably heard the episode and is very upset with me.
Yes, and when you have your the next freak off, everyone's gonna be like, "Hey, where's this dude? Where is he? Why isn't he here?" Yeah,
that's right. Well, now you know everything about me.
Yeah. So look, Omar said I've ebullient quite often or at several occasions, and I'm very happy a lot of times. And I started to think about a lot of things that I really just don't like, that I hate, that are wildly popular. So, and then I just started to make a list, because it was like my wife would say, like, let's go paddle boarding, for example. I'm just going to give you an example. I'd be like, you know what? I really hate paddle boarding. It's like, but everyone's paddle boarding. Like, I don't want to paddle board. I just don't want to do it. It's like I talked about this before. Like, I like to get the invitation to the event, but I don't want to go. I want to say regret, not that I don't like the people. I just don't want to do it. Right. And so there's a series of things. I made a list, and I want to see if any of them are legitimized. These are wildly popular things. People, not saying I don't like murder. Nobody likes murder. All right. See what I'm saying? I want to know what you guys feel about each of these topics, and whether if I have an ally in them or not, because it's very, very difficult to find allies. The movie Grease. Do you guys like the movie Grease?
Now define the movie Grease.
What do you mean define it? It's the movie Grease with John Travolta.
You mean if we would I watch it today, or do I?
Do you like it? Do you like?
I enjoyed it.
Do you like the movie Grease?
I enjoyed it a lot, and I thought Olivia Newton-John when she came out in those leather pants.
Yeah, she looked good.
Looked amazing.
Yeah, she looked good. I'm not going to deny that. And she, by the way, she was like 38. Okay, so you don't. It's not. People love the movie Grease.
Really?
Yeah, I hate it. I don't like it. I don't want to see it. I don't like anything. I really don't like anything about it.
Yeah, even LA.
Next, Elvis. Everyone loves Elvis Presley. I find him horrible. I find his music atrocious. I have no desire to do anything Elvis related or watch anything Elvis related. Where am I?
I like his music.
You do. You listen to his music.
As a matter of fact, I was playing the other day on the guitar.
Wow. All right.
Yeah.
Suspicious minds.
I know where you're going with this. I'm fascinated by his story. Like, I saw the movie
Russian,
that just was out.
Fools Russian.
Okay, Fools Russian. Got it.
Fools Russian. I like the Dangerous.
Suspicious Minds. Suspicious Minds. I like that song. That's the only halfway decent Elvis song, in my opinion.
But I think that's true for the Beatles, Bob Dylan.
What?
And there's
I love
third
the Beatles.
One, Bruce Springsteen.
Those three I don't.
I'm the same way. I don't like them like you don't like Elvis.
So you don't like Springsteen and you don't like the Beatles. See, that's crazy.
I think the Beatles.
But do you dislike them? Do you dislike them? Like, if a Beatles song comes on, you go, "Oh, this is unlistenable."
It's their later stuff that's real experimental.
Wait, hold on. How do you not like Bruce Springsteen?
Yeah, that's crazy to me.
I just do. I find his voice to be somewhat irritating.
That is crazy. All right, so here we go.
Okay,
This is good. This is good to hear. But you don't feel that way about Elvis? Who's worse, Springsteen or Elvis, in your opinion?
Springsteen. I would.
What?
I would. I went to Graceland, so I feel like I have this sort of interest in Elvis.
You have no desire to go to
popular. I think it's interesting. Yeah,
right. It's very popular. That's what I'm saying, and I hate it. I don't. It's not. He didn't do anything to me. An Elvis fan. I just don't like it. The Rocky Horror Picture Show. Everyone seems I don't even understand why that's a thing. I don't get it.
I'm out. Yep.
You like that one, Omar? Rocky Horror Picture Show. That seems to be a cult favorite.
I like seeing Elvira.
I don't get it. That's not Rocky Horror Picture Show, is it? Is she in a Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Yeah.
It's a movie. It's a stupid movie.
Oh,
is she in it?
No.
You know the movie
didn't like
where
that.
everyone, when people go to the theater and they dress up like the characters and dance.
No interest. Do you feel pressure to like these things, Josh, or like?
No.
How did you come up
That's what
with
I'm
this
saying.
list?
because I just started thinking about things that are really popular. You'll see once I keep going, you're going to see these are really popular. People really like this shit, and I hate it. So Rocky Horror Picture, I'm going to give you one that I'm definitely not. No one's in camp with me on this one. I don't like Christmas music, and it's not just because I'm Jewish. I don't like it. It's not good music. It's the same old stuff. And I thought, and my thinking is, if you really liked it, because I know people are like, oh, I love Christmas music. If you really liked it, you'd play it year round. But you don't. No one's listening to Jingle Bell Rock in July.
No,
nobody.
Because it invokes a feeling that you want once a year.
All right, so maybe that's it. That I didn't have that feeling.
I'm not a fan. I don't like all Christmas music.
I don't like it. I don't like it. And they started so early. Yeah. And by the time you get to Christmas, I'm like, I can't hear this anymore. Omar, what's your thoughts on Christmas music?
I do really get into the music.
Yeah, I figured you did.
But you're right. There is a shelf life on it.
Yes.
I do say that one song, Do They Know It's Christmas Time at All by Band-Aid.
Yeah, that's not bad.
I can play that song year round. It is
that's a beautiful song. It's a good song. And it's more than just it's a good song. It's a decent song. Look, there's a couple songs I don't mind, but for the most part, I really don't want to listen to Christmas music.
But like when I sing Joy to the World, it's like I don't listen to it because it's catchy. It is to me.
Okay, that's fair.
It's part of like it's a religious song. It's it's
right, and I don't have that same connection, so maybe that's where I'm like.
Yeah. So Rudolph, I could take or leave it.
Right? Got it. Okay.
So two different kinds of Christmas songs.
Makes sense.
All right.
Along those lines, not just Christmas, but holiday decorations. Like my wife loves to decorate the house for every single holiday, and I don't. Yeah. I don't like it. It's clutter. I just want my house the way it normally is. You know what I mean?
We don't do it either.
Yeah. See, that's good. Omar, decorations. I got a big list here. So let's hit these quickly.
I like having decorations. I love is it a real tree or a fake tree?
Mine's a fake tree, and I've been pleading for a fake tree for years, and finally got it done.
They're expensive.
Yes, but they're not, because a real tree costs a ridiculous amount. I think
when your kids get older, it's not the same. But when your kids are babies, it's amazing.
Well, when my kids were babies, we did a real tree. But now I want a fake tree because I hated dragging that thing out of the house, and the needles get everywhere, and I got to drag it to the curb. It's a pain in the ass. This is so much better.
What about Halloween?
No, I don't want anything. I don't want any. I don't like it. I don't want any decorations. I don't mind looking at a house that is decorated, and I go, "Wow, that's pretty cool what they did." Yeah. I don't want it in my house. It bothers the shit out of me. I don't like it.
Yep. Okay. Yep. I'm kind of with you on that one. Yep.
Okay. Jimmy Buffett. Never liked his music.
Yes, I agree with that.
Don't get it.
I don't like it.
Nope, not a thing for me. I don't get the whole cheeseburger in paradise crap. It doesn't get it. Omar, you got to speak up. I got to get through this list. It's a long list.
Buffett,
it's a long list.
I give a thumbs down to.
Okay.
I would like to live.
I don't mind him. I don't mind him. But I would never. No. I don't understand the.
Don't like it. Not on my playlist at all. Not a single song.
I never played. James Buffett.
Yeah.
I'm desperate to anything that's on TV that has to down in like Southern Florida, live in the Keys, wear shorts all the time, flip flops.
That's not Jimmy Buffett. That's different. I like that crap too.
Yeah, that's what I. Yeah. Oh, I thought that was the culture.
Well, it is the culture, but I don't like his music. Is what I'm saying.
No, I don't like his music.
Yeah, I don't get it. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah.
The Beach Boys. Don't like the Beach Boys. Don't understand the Beach Boys. I don't get why they're popular. The songs are pretty hokey and stupid to me.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. Yeah. There's one song that they say is so brilliant. Okay. It's not one of the catchy, and I forget what it is. Do you know any Beach Boys songs, Omar?
Yeah, of course. There's a ton.
Yeah, I know a lot.
What is the one that seems
Good Vibrations?
You like it? Good Vibration.
No,
yeah,
it's not.
Surfing USA. They're all the same friggin' song. So my daddy took the T-Bird away. It's the same. It's the same song. It's the same song 85 times.
There's another one that people say is like one of the best songs ever written.
Yeah, there's no way anyone says that about anything written by the Beach Boys.
I'll see if I can find it.
All right, let's keep going.
No, they have a beautiful. When they made that brand, when they created their music, it was very different.
Okay. But it's the same. So they kept going down the same well. I don't like it. It doesn't do anything for me. Let me keep going.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
This one, I know where you guys feel on this, so we're not even going to discuss it because you think I'm gaslighting you. I don't like The Matrix. I don't get The Matrix. It doesn't do anything for me. Everyone loves The Matrix. I'm like, take it or leave it.
You're
both love it,
100%
right?
wrong on that one.
Yes.
Yep.
Okay.
It's great. It's great.
Keep going. Corvettes. I don't get the fascination with Corvettes. I don't like Corvettes. They're not that. They don't look good to me. I like sports cars, but Corvettes are weird looking, and I don't understand the appeal of being scrunched into that little car. And it's so. I've been in Corvettes. You feel like you're so low, and you do with other sports cars, but I don't like Corvettes. Corvettes.
I like looking at Corvettes, especially the old ones.
I don't even like looking at them.
But no.
All right. I could care less about a Corvette.
Yeah, I'm not a big. What about those? I was more of a fan of the Trans Am. Remember Smoking the Bandit? I was kind of a fan
Trans
of the
Am.
Trans Am. Remember those?
Yes.
That's much better than the Corvette. I'll give you that.
That was my car.
Yeah.
Jay, we're on the same page.
Burt Reynolds.
All right, here we go. Avocados. Everyone loves avocados. I hate avocados. I don't understand
why.
why.
Around with avocados.
I don't
avocados.
like them. Yeah, I figure you did.
I never used to, but recently I
Parades. Hate parades. Don't like any parades. Hate them. Don't get why people go gaga over parades. And parades on TV are even worse than parades.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've covered that ground. Parades are the worst.
Let me keep going. Motorcycles. I hate motorcycles. I hate the noises they make. I hate how they weave in and out of traffic.
Wait. Do you know why they make those noises?
Yes, because they have a muffler, or they don't have a muffler.
Do you know why that's the case?
Tell us. Tell us.
Because the noise is a safety beacon. So other cars know about it.
Is that true?
It's completely true. That's why Harleys are the way they are. 100%.
All right. But you don't need, I'll give you that. But you don't need when they really rev it up and it's so loud. I mean, it's deafening. That should be illegal.
Completely.
It should be illegal.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's keep going. Social media posts for birthdays and other occasions. I can't stand them. When everyone goes, hey, happy birthday to my spouse who's the most wonderful, blah, blah, blah. I can't stand it.
Well, sometimes they have to do that because it's for the safety of their relationship.
True.
That's not right. Yeah, I hate that too. And I hate having to feel like I got to put thumbs up on it.
Yeah, I don't like it. Don't like it. I don't like the post.
She's racy just fine.
She's just racy just fine. Yeah. Let me keep going. Kombucha. Have you ever tried kombucha? It's the most disgusting, vile thing in the world.
Tried it.
Why is it getting so popular? Why is it a whole shelf in some of these supermarkets? It's gross. You never tried it, Dave?
No, I can't think I have.
Do yourself a favor and get one and try it, and then come back to me.
What is it?
Think about
it.
I don't know. It's a drink. It's a drink of some sort. It tastes like a drink that someone left out for 50 years and went, oops, and now put the lid back on, and now you drink it.
Cool. I'll have to
award shows. I hate award shows. Can't stand Grammys, Emmys, Oscars. I hate them all. Can't stand it.
I like the Oscars.
Oh, interesting.
I like the Oscars. Right. That's it.
I like,
but not a lot.
I do like seeing them dressed up. It's kind of cool. I like when Ricky Gervais does it. Something like that. That'll be fun to watch. She rips
I'll
on
give
them,
you that.
And it's pretty ballsy.
I don't like awards for
self-aggrandizing. None of us are about self-aggrandization.
Yes.
Josh, do you know what that means?
Yeah. All right, Merriam-Webster. Let me keep going. I don't like swimming in lakes. I find it gross.
Oh, that's gross.
That's too scary.
It's gross.
Too scary.
People like to swim in lakes. I think it's gross. It's where fish defecate and piss, and you're in it, and there's no waves, and it's very weird, and it's murky, and it's gross.
Yep.
I talked about paddleboarding. I don't like Do you guys like paddleboarding? I don't like it. I don't get it.
I get scared of that too.
I don't get the appeal.
I do in front of my house, and I get scared there's gonna be a monster who's gonna come eat me or something.
I don't get the appeal. It's not fun. It's not fun to me.
It's a good workout.
Kayak's much better.
I hate cats. I don't like cats. Sorry to your daughters. I don't like cats. It's not a cat guy. I don't like people who dress their dogs and cats in costumes. I hate that. Do you guys like that? It is specific, but people like to do that, and I hate that. I don't know what.
Well, I would never do it, but
they don't want to wear costumes.
Yeah.
Omar, do you ever put your dogs in costumes?
I did one time. Chachi Boy was Batman or Robin, and Lou was Batman.
Yeah.
Well, that's for a Halloween, not like
going
out.
That's Halloween. That's different. Yeah, that's different.
That's different. Yeah.
I don't like wine, but this one I get why people like it. So that one is like I just don't like wine. I'd like to like wine. This is the one thing on my list where I'd like to like it.
This is
but
why,
I just
Josh,
don't.
we can never be married. It would never work.
Well, there's other reasons that are more pronounced than that. But let's keep going.
Wine, yeah, wine.
I hate.
That's too bad, actually, that you don't like wine.
It is, and I want to like it. I don't want to like paddleboarding, but I do want to like wine. Birthday cake. I hate birthday cake. I could give two shits about birthday cake. I will pass every single time. I don't care about birthday cake.
Wait, hold on.
Ice cream cake is a little different. If it's an ice cream cake,
I want to spend time on this. So you're saying, because I went to my friend's kid's birthday in Canada, I was hungover the next day. By the way, 4-year-old.
Okay.
This is how the Canadians have
4-year-old
parties
are. They're
And they had a cake that she made, my friend Maria, and I ate it because of social pressure, and I really liked it. I really liked it, though.
Oh.
Sometimes it actually is very good. Like 95% of the time, Josh, you're totally right. But aren't you willing to just try a little bit in case it might be that 5%? You don't have to eat the whole thing.
No.
Remember, you don't have to eat. If you take the plate of cake, you don't have to finish the whole cake.
You're right. You're correct. And I would try it. I'm not that bad. I go, okay, especially if someone made it, like, I really want you to try this cake I made. Then I will clearly do it because society says I have to. And I will tell them it's good, even though I don't think it is.
All right.
Because that's how society works. But I'll pass on birthday cake. Dark chocolate. I would like to like dark chocolate because it's better for you.
That's what the ladies call me. What are you talking about? What are you talking about right now?
You are milk chocolate. You are no dark chocolate, my friend.
Yeah, that's right.
But I do not like dark chocolate.
I don't like
the
dark
food,
chocolate either. I can't stand it.
I can't stand it.
But people it's like dark chocolate's like war, the James Brown song. But it's like, what is it good for? What is dark chocolate good for? What is it good for?
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah,
it's supposed to be healthy.
What do you use dark chocolate in?
I don't know, but people eat it. People eat dark chocolate.
When I buy it by mistake, I'm like, oh fuck.
Peanut chews. Peanut chews are dark chocolate.
I love peanut chews. Love Goldenberg,
but they're dark chocolate.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yes, I would like them if they were milk chocolate.
You want to know what, Josh? Chocolate. You're right. If it's a mix, something that's like sweet with dark chocolate, kind of like me.
And by the way, white chocolate. I don't care about white chocolate either.
I've got Dave the laugh.
It's edible.
Out loud on this call, by the way. I'm sure that's been noticed.
Let me keep going. Cologne. I hate cologne. I don't understand cologne. I don't get it. It smells really potent and awful, and it's like I never wear cologne.
I think with moderation, it's okay.
I don't like.
I always wondered if I got married when I was like 20, but so I never had a chance. But I wondered if is it effective? Like, is it?
I can't imagine.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I mean, I don't know. It's nice to smell it, and then you kind of
it might be effective in covering up stink.
Well, that's right.
Yeah,
that's where it might be effective.
I don't know. I think it's kind of like fun. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna wear cologne tonight. As a matter of fact, look at this.
All right. But what I'm noticing, but there you go. You got cologne. Tom Ford.
Tom Ford cologne. You know how much this thing cost?
Yeah, a lot. That's the other thing.
See what it's called? Rose prick.
Rose prick. That's funny.
This is the same thing as what would somebody call the picture of Josh in a rose garden?
Oh my God.
What a setup.
Josh, you get it? Dave,
I do get it. Thank you. I get it. But but cologne is also a ripoff. It's just a ripoff. It is. You're getting.
They literally call it toilet water.
It's toilet water. It's smelly water, and they charge you an arm and a leg for it. So I'm very anti-cologne.
It's like old people talking about the internet in the fucking 90s.
This is what I'm trying to gauge my curmudgeonness. And so far, by the way, based
cologne,
on my score, you guys hate a lot of the same shit I hate.
Well, I don't mind this.
That's what I'm hearing.
Cologne. As long as it's done with it's very subtle.
I got a couple more.
They go fucking sideways.
I hear you. I got a couple more.
Too much cologne.
Inspiration posters. Inspiration posters. I can't stand them.
They're probably all miserable and they're probably all failures.
It's stupid.
Or
inspiration posters are stupid.
I don't believe
Dave, do you like inspiration posters?
No.
We lead
I don't
by
even
failing.
know. I've not seen one in years.
Yeah.
I don't need an inspiration. But
No.
do you ever get down and you're like, oh, this day sucks. And then you
Joshy,
look over and see the
this is
cat
why-
hanging off the clothesline, says hang in there. And you go, oh,
the
yeah,
word.
hang in there.
Yeah, Joshy, this is why No Sweet Woe, one of my $1 million ideas, could be so popular. Why try so hard? Is it really worth it?
Yeah.
That's inspirational. Not hang in there.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Yeah,
Let go.
not
I
hanging
think people
there. All right.
don't need to be inspired to do that.
I like your turn on it. A couple more. Omar, you like this, but I don't. Talking on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone. Talking on the phone? Where are we with talking on the phone?
Texting has ruined it. Yeah, I think you're right.
I love
think it's
texting.
Yeah.
Why talk when you can text?
Because
Omar?
what do you rank? Look, when I'm texting, I'm not as funny as I am when I'm talking on the phone. And I like talking to you guys. By the way, you guys
Yes,
never
you do.
You never call me. Neither one of you guys
You know
ever
why?
call
'Cause
me unsolicited.
Because I don't like
That's
talking
not
on the phone. I don't like talking on the phone.
Yeah, that's true for me too. It is kind of a chore to talk on the phone.
Don't like
Omar,
it.
when you call during the day, you're always calling when I'm busy. I'm so
Yes,
sorry.
always when I'm busy. Always when I'm busy. And by the way, you know what you do? You call for no reason. And when I make a call, it's always for a reason. I have a reason.
Isn't that
And once the
so
reason
sweet,
is
though?
finished,
David, that's the nicest thing, Josh, you've ever said to me.
in theory, it is sweet. In theory.
Yeah.
When
In
anybody
practice,
calls you, anybody
it's
else calls
annoying.
you, 1,000% of them call you specifically for a reason. If
And
you-
I
if you know what I
I
mean.
thank them for that. Thank you for having a
Well,
reason.
you know what we could do? Omar,
Yeah.
call, but then just hang up. So the expression that you wanted to
Yeah.
reach
Oh my
out is
God.
there, but
By the way, I
great.
discovered the
Great.
perfect way to stalk some, or at least call somebody and still maintain some lemons of dignity in case they don't pick up. You know what it is? I call Josh,
Give it to me.
goes to voicemail.
Yeah.
You know what I do? Take the phone,
Yeah.
don't hang it up. I put it in my back pocket, and I act like it was a butt call.
Bug call. Yeah. I hear you.
I'm not
All right.
kidding.
Brilliant.
I'm going to run.
Fail safe.
I'm
Fail
gonna-
safe.
quick
Fail
hitters,
safe.
Josh. Quick
It-
hitters. You gotta.
Yeah, quick hitters. Lightning round here. I already know this. I hate mulch. Don't like mulch. Everyone loves mulch. Can't
I
stand
like
it.
mulch.
Like small.
Bungee jumping. I don't understand that either.
No.
I would never do that. Last thing I'd ever do. Skiing. I hate skiing. Despise
Yep.
it with a passion.
Too
It
cold.
makes no
Skiing.
sense to me why anyone wanted to go
Hate it.
skiing. Golf. You guys like golf. I don't like golf.
Yeah, golf is a tricky
No.
thing.
Yeah.
That's a
I
whole
wanna hang out with
episode
Chachi
on
Boy.
golf.
I don't want to go on a golf course.
And my last thing I hate on my list that everyone loves is Facebook. I hate Facebook.
I like
I think
Instagram.
people come around to your side.
Yeah.
But-
Here's what I've learned with this experience, by the way, and I thank you two gentlemen. Besides a couple of exceptions, you pretty much hate the same shit I do.
I think
is
you're right. You know,
amazing to
the
me.
worst thing you had is the Matrix. That's the
Yeah,
one
right.
that you're off.
I knew you both like that, and you both like wine, but everything else,
Fine.
you're
Yep.
in the same boat as me. We
Well, how
hate
did-
very popular things.
Yeah.
The Matrix not sync through.
I don't like it.
Red
I'll
pill,
tell you why I
blue
don't
pill.
like it, real quick, because we're going way over time. Saw it in the theater, liked it in the theater.
Yeah.
Saw it on TV later, like this is a piece of shit. You need the special effects because everything else doesn't hold up. That's where I went with that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Well,
that's my 2 cents.
if you disagree with any of us, please reach out to us.
Please, that should evoke a lot of
Oh yeah,
a lot of opinions and emotion from our listeners. Please let me know where I'm wrong.
Yeah, don't be intimidated by all the other emails that we're getting. Just go ahead and send it.
Just
Send
do
it, and I'm sure we'll read it. Or there's a good chance we will.
Good chance.
If you do, again, it's friends@fts.media is our email address. friendstalkingshot.weebly.com is our internet. What's wrong?
Website, our internet.
Website. Yeah, we own our
Internet.
We have our own internet.
It happens to go this long.
Yeah.
And then check us out on YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Guys, I think we're going to wrap it up for this week, episode 78. One thing I don't hate is you guys. I don't hate you guys.
Way to put a bow on that, Dave. That was
Yeah,
nicely
nice.
done.
That was
Well
good.
done.
That was
Well,
good.
all right. Well, until next time, goodbye, everyone.
See ya.
So,
No.
Later.
There you go.